Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. This time it is a comparison video. It's a comparison video that I had promised a while ago during the spring review, I believe. So here it is. It is basically a comparison video featuring a legendary fragrance and comparing it to a hidden gem. So comparing the legend Prada Amber pour Homme with Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum. Now these two fragrances are very special. So why am I reviewing it apart from it being very special? Well, this fragrance goes into a territory which was not much explored when it came out, i.e. a soapy, warm fragrance. Very unique scent signature. This one tries to do a Prada. This is Guerlain's answer to Prada's Amber pour Homme. So that's why I'm doing a comparison video. Plus this is defunct. This has been discontinued. This one has been reformulated to a new sort of a juice which looks like this on the screen. So it's time when a true aficionado has to acknowledge a great fragrance and something that is in the same ballpark. That's why I'm doing the video. So let's start. So the Prada came out in 2007, I believe. And in 2007, it was basically a creation of two great minds. Prada is a very special brand to me, right? And I think most of you will agree. So Prada was headed as a sort of a, if you like, a creative director. She was not really a creative director, she was the owner of Prada. And she basically took on the role of having this spiritual sort of head, creative head. Her name was Mucha Prada. Mucha Prada is basically a lady who has inherited from her father the wealth of the Prada empire. And she created two brands. One is Miu Miu and the other one is Prada. Prada's perfumery was basically headed creatively by Mucha Prada. Mucha Prada hired another genius whose name is Daniela Roche-Andrière. Daniela Roche-Andrière created this amazing new sort of a phenomenon by using iris. Iris with many other notes, I'm sure, but iris was front and center. It was a vibrant, soapy, bright sort of a scent signature. It was something which revolutionized men's fragrances as far as Prada is concerned. And that became the stamp of Prada's men's perfumery, the soapy iris. It was so beautiful, and Daniela did such wonderful work with Mucha Prada that it became one of the most sought after perfume brands, if you like, in the men's area. So we're talking about the next one, which is Prada Amber pour Homme, which I've reviewed as well. The other one, they just created masterpieces after masterpieces. So this one is Prada L'Homme Intense. I'm sorry, this has been discontinued as well. And then the L'Homme Intense, my favorite. And this one is L'Homme Low, which has featured in numerous of my compliment magnets, summer list, this, that and the other. So these are the sequences of fragrances that Prada produced on that note of soapy iris. It was fabulous. It was a match made in heaven. And then came 2024 when another great thing happened to Prada, and that is L'Oreal came and took over Prada's perfumery business and other businesses, and they also took over Miu Miu. And what comes to mind when I say L'Oreal? To my mind, shampoo comes to mind. So the new releases under the Luna Rosa line, which is something that I'll review very soon, has that soapy characteristic, but something that smells like a shower gel. So they've completely done away with what Daniela Roche-Andrière did for Prada. That is that beautiful, vibrant, radiant, waxy, soapy iris. It's gone in the new creations. I've smelled all of them, all three. That is the Luna Rosa Ocean, Ocean Parfum, Ocean Le Parfum, whatever. I've smelled all of them. They don't have that beautiful waxy iris because I believe Daniela works for Givaudan. Givaudan didn't want to work maybe, or L'Oreal being a big firm didn't want to work with Givaudan, or maybe, I don't know, we're just speculating here, right? L'Oreal is so big, it can hire any perfumer to do their work. They don't need to work with Givaudan or anybody else. So, that's what they've done. They've hammered away everything that was Mucho Prada and Daniela Roche Antier's legacy. So they have discontinued all these fragrances that I've talked about. All of them are gone. So you might as well, if you're a connoisseur, if you like creative fragrances, might as well get them while you can. Otherwise, when it's gone, it's gone. So that's the history. Now, this one here, Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum. This came out in 2009. This is the work of the great maestro Thierry Wasser. Now, Thierry Wasser is a genius. I absolutely adore, respect, worship his creations. He created something which was an answer to Prada's Amber. So now let's start. This came out in 2009. Now this one, I've covered the history in the review I did, but I'll just brush up on it. So when this came out, within a year, was 2010. And what happened in 2010? Men's perfumery went through a seismic shift. Okay? Bleu de Chanel, Aventis, what else came on in 2010? Tuscan Leather. So you can see what happened to men's perfumery. This somehow got lost in all those classic great releases. So this one is a hidden gem, underappreciated, but once you smell it, you will know it's just amazing. So that's why I'm doing this review. I want to give limelight to these fragrances, Prada, because it's going away. This is extinct now, this type of perfumery. So let's do the smell. I've covered the history, now let's do the smell. The smell. When you first smell it, when you spray it, you will know immediately, wow, this is perfumery of the bygone era. It has bright, soapy, well, it starts very aromatic, so it has cardamom. And then it has this beautiful, bright, vibrant, soapy middle. And that soapy middle is sort of lying on a very warm base. That warm base is basically vanilla, myrrh, and saffron. Saffron, this is the masterpiece of a fragrance. This is where saffron was used to give off that warm and soapy characteristic. And it's a bridge between the pure warm notes like myrrh and vanilla, and then the soapy notes like patchouli, lavender, iris. I can't remember the notes breakdown, but those are the light type of soapy notes, you know, herbal soapy notes, traditional notes. Lavender definitely, but it's not mentioned in the notes breakdown, I think. And patchouli is there. As it's just those notes and creating this amazing fragrance, which is lost art. This has gone out of men's perfumery now. That's why I say, if you can get it, get it. Because if you're an aficionado, if you're a collector, you'll see what perfumery used to be for men when you smell fragrances like this. And that's the smell. It's just amazing. It's old school and new school married together by a very unique combination of notes. Amazing fragrance. The next one. So the Guerlain Homme. This is modern. I'm sorry, this is not Guerlain Homme. This is something else which I'm going to review very soon. This is Guerlain Homme, EDP. This is magic. When you start off a fragrance which smells completely different and then you bring it towards what you want it to be. So this is basically mojito. Green lime dominates this fragrance. Again, a hidden note of lavender which is not mentioned. And mint and rum. Sits on a base of floral and vetiver, soapy vetiver, and patchouli. Vetiver is there in amber as well, but it's not very noticeable. I didn't get the vetiver. My stomach is grumbling because I'm very hungry, but I don't want to do this review first. So that's the scent. The comparison of the scent is it starts very, very effervescent lime, green lime, very fresh, but soapy and warm and boozy. So that's the scent comparison. Who should be wearing this fragrance? Anybody who likes a soapy, modern, elegant compliment magnets. That's the person who should be wearing this fragrance. Why should you wear this fragrance? I mean, this sort of perfumery is almost gone. The Guerlain isn't discontinued, so you must try it. The Prada is discontinued, which I've harped about for a long, long time, but you should try it. You should absolutely get it if you're a serious collector. Who should be wearing these fragrances? So the Prada is a little bit mature, so it's a little bit old school married with new school. So I think it would be ideal with 25 plus. The Guerlain 20 plus, because some people, it depends on your taste. You can obviously go and sample it and see for yourself, but it's so brightly and sprightly and high energy. The Guerlain it's suitable for anybody who likes to wear non-sweet professional smelling fragrances. You could be anybody, but that gives you an idea. What weather? The Prada is suitable to in-between weather, so spring and autumn. The Guerlain will work in spring, it'll work in autumn, it'll work in summer as well, because of that mojito note with mint and rum. So Guerlain is more versatile. Price points. The Amber, the Prada used to be, this is 20 quid. This used to be 20 pounds for 50 ml. Now you're talking about anywhere between 180 to 150, whatever. If you're unlucky, you'll get 150. If you're lucky, you'll get it for 70, 80 pounds. The Guerlain, you should be able to score one in between 50 and 75 pounds if you're lucky. So value for money is immense for both the fragrances. This is a video for collectors, right? People who really like the art of perfumery. This is why I'm doing this comparison video. So if you're a collector, you should be looking at that price range. Compliment factor, huge. Both these fragrances smell so elegant, so wonderfully masculine and so modern, and yet harkens back to the old times. So the classical touches there. It's really a huge compliment factor depending on who smells it, right? And if you don't get a compliment, you'll be very happy with your purchase because it smells so amazing, right? I think I've covered all aspects. Both the fragrances are legends. One is I'm trying to make it a legend. One is already a legend. If you haven't got these two, try and find them. If you can't sample it, good luck to you if you're going for a blind purchase. I don't think you'll be dissatisfied. And if you are, you'll get very good, the cardamom. You'll get very good return for your investment because these two fragrances are highly sought after. I'm hoping you really enjoyed this comparison video. It was a little bit longer. It's a different sort of a method of doing the comparison video, but I'm really hoping you liked it. And if you did, do give it a like. Take care. Bye-bye.